Hello mates, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to learn collision regulations, in short COLREGs, which is also called rules of the road ROR. So today we will be learning and understanding rule 1 of COLREG, and I assure you that you won't forget rule 1 after watching this whole video. So let's start with rule 1. Rule 1 is about application of these rules. Here one word is used, shall. Let's first understand the meaning of shall. Shall is used to express a strong intention or an order which must be followed. There is one more word, should, which is used for recommendation of something right. See, the whole meaning may change by the use of one wrong word. That is why your teachers and seniors must have told you to by heart all these rules word by word. But deep understanding of this rule is more important. Let's get back to the rule. Here rule 1 says that these rules shall apply to all vessels. Here all vessels means any vessels, large or small, sailing or propelling, floating objects, warships, coast guard vessels, barge, cruise ship, seaplanes, big craft, tugboat, submarines maneuvering on water surface, fishing vessels, and all of them which is used or capable of being used as a means of transportation on water. Now the rule is saying that these rules shall apply to all vessels upon high seas. So what is high seas? High seas is all part of the sea that are not included in exclusive economic zone, territorial sea, internal water of a state, or in archipelagic water of an archipelagic state. Here in this image you can see the area of exclusive economic zone. These are basically that water areas where coastal nations have authority over natural resources. Like other countries cannot do commercial fishing in Indian exclusive economic zones. These exclusive economic zones and territorial waters boundaries are measured from a baseline which divides internal water and territorial water. Now what is archipelagic water and archipelagic state? Archipelagic state means a group of island and sea around them, and the water between these islands are called archipelagic waters. So except exclusive economic zone, territorial water, internal water and archipelagic water, all rest areas are considered as high seas. Coming back to rule, these rules shall apply to all vessels upon high seas and in all waters like roadsteads, harbours, rivers, lakes or inland waterways, which is connected to high seas and also which is navigable by seagoing vessels. Here navigable by seagoing vessels means the water body must have sufficient depth and width so that the seagoing vessels can navigate safely. Let's move to rule 1b. Rule 1b says that the controlling authority can make special rule for roadsteads, harbours, rivers, lakes or inland waterways which is connected with high seas and navigable by seagoing vessels. But these rules shall be as similar as possible to ROR rules, and ROR cannot interfere with the operation of these rules. Coming to rule 1c, rule 1c says that the government of any country can make special rules with respect to additional station or signal lights, ships or vessel signal for ship of war and vessel proceeding under convoy, which means ship of war and vessel proceeding under convoy can use an additional station for displaying lights and safe signal, or can use additional light signals, shapes or vessel signals. Next part of the rule is saying that government can also make special rule with respect to additional station or signal light or shapes for fishing vessel engaged in fishing as a fleet. Note here vessel signal is not included, and ROR cannot interfere with operation of these rules. But the characteristic of these additional systems shall be different from the system mentioned in ROR. This is to minimize the confusion in identifying the special rules and to differentiate the additional requirement from normal requirements. The one most important thing to note here is that these special rules are additional to normal requirements. Now coming to rule 1d, rule 1d talks about traffic separation scheme. What is traffic separation scheme? Traffic separation scheme is basically the management of traffic of vessels at sea. The rule says that only IMO has the authority to adopt traffic separation scheme in any area. You will learn more about the conduct of vessel in traffic separation scheme in Rule 10. Let's understand Rule 1E. Rule 1E says that if due to special construction or a special purpose, any vessels like aircraft carrier, tugboat, submarines maneuvering on water surface, etc., may not be able to comply with ROR fully with respect to number, position, range or arc of visibility of light or shapes, as well as the characteristic of sound signaling appliances. In this case, government can approve alternate provision in all these respects. In simple language, the special construction or purpose vessels have some allowance, like these vessels can use more or less light or shapes, or can change the position, range and arc of visibility of light and shape signal, or can use the sound signal with different characteristics. But the government should approve the provision in these aspects which acts as possible as similar to ROR rules. Let's see some example of special construction or purpose vessels. So I have given you the example of aircraft carrier. You can see in this image that the superstructure of aircraft carrier is situated at one side, cause it needs large flight deck to landing and takeoff planes. And this is the special purpose of aircraft carriers. The side light of aircraft carriers may be placed on the side of superstructure, and also the masthead light may not be placed at the center line. Another example is submarine maneuvering on water surface. Submarine may in addition flash an amber light when maneuvering on water surface. The difference between Rule 1C and 1E is that Rule 1C talks about special rule that is additional to normal requirement, and Rule 1E talks about alternate provisions cause the ship cannot comply with ROR mentioned standards. That's all for today. Let's end this video. Give us a thumbs up in the comment box if you have understood the Rule 1 of COLREGs. You can also follow our Instagram page where we post regularly related to Merchant Navy. If you have any query, you can drop message on Instagram. Link is in the description box. Thank you. Keep learning.